Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW2020 video. You join us with Impact Wrestling as we get ready for another block booking of tapings. We're on the road to our April event, which after looking up the real life schedule, we will mirror that and we will head to Impact Wrestling Rebellion, which will be in the last Friday of April. So 4 shows to tape over the upcoming weeks. I've got a card roughly penciled in for what I want to happen. Can we have a stellar event and continue to grow? That will remain to be seen. But cheers as always for watching. Let's crack on with the first taping of Impact Wrestling for April. So I believe we're in the southwest, I think. We're at the Ocean View Pavilion. Just wanted to... we took a little hit in terms of the amount of fans that will be in attendance, but you're hoping to gain popularity in a few different regions rather than just the one the whole time. So we start off just with Kurt Angle in the ring, going for that cheap promo rating to make sure we don't worry too much about the main event. Of course, we'll be hindered by the production deficits. There's Kurt Angle just promoting the fact, obviously, that Chad Betts has signed. He had his successful debut at the Impact Tag Team World Cup, and he's really looking forward to working with him. He sees a lot of himself in Chad Betts, and he hopes that Chad can basically fulfill his potential in Impact Wrestling. So Kurt Angle came across well. Chad was in action in the opening match. He took on Raj Singh. I have a bit of an aftermath from what happened at the World Cup. And with a decent match up here, Chad picks up the win in 6:42 by submission. 48, a 60 performance to the 26 for Raj Singh. Honestly, he could go straight in the main event, but I don't want to be the case. Obviously, I want to build him up within the company, and yeah, he'll get to the main event, just not straight off the bat. There's a promo with Thunder Rosa. She's hyping her upcoming feud with Deonna Purrazzo, and she says she can't wait to get her hands on her. First and foremost, it's going to be Kimberly that will be the one that will suffer in the hands of Thunder Rosa. But mark her words, Deonna, it will just be a matter of time. So the 37 promo for Thunder Rosa. Her match up against Kimberly was actually pretty decent. I love how a decent match here is regarded as terrible in AEW, but Thunder Rosa defeats Kimberly in 9:47 by submission, a 47. Both ladies have great chemistry and that boosted their performances. Natural kind of booking you would get in most companies. You beat the lesser wrestlers before you get to the boss. So Kimberly's is down as Deonna sets her, Thunder sets her sights, there we go, that's English, on the champion Deonna Purrazzo. We had some more knockouts action, a decent match up from the reaction from the crowd. Subpar Wrestling with Tenille Dashwood defeating Navia in 5:35 with the rolling elbow, a 42. This was to fill a bit of time, but at the same time I want to gain momentum with Tenille, so she picks up another victory at the expense of Navia. We then had a promo with John Silver and Alex Reynolds. It's quite a joking promo here. They're just like, it's typical that Suicide's got absolutely no friends because Phoenix walked out on him, and he's just looking forward to, ripping the mask off him and showing that, just because, he's got a brotherhood with Alex Reynolds. They've been together for a long time, and this is Rush and Suicide's first matchup, tagging in a 28 rated promo. So naturally, as things go, Lio Rush and Suicide defeat Reynolds and Silver in 8:55 when Suicide pinned Alex Reynolds. Of course, doing as much as we can to get Suicide over. He's already gained, I think it's like 18 overness within a month, so the progress is working to try and get that character all the way up, and he gets the win over Alex Reynolds. So showcasing alongside the X Division champion that he's going to be a player in Impact, and it's up to us to keep booking him strong. So 46 for this matchup. We had the team of Eric Young and Joe Doring. I should probably call them Dangerous by Design, or whatever they're called. Violent by Design, that's what I think. But they took on the team of the Deaners. Of course, we all know what happened with that in real life. And Eric Young and Joe Doring take up the victory in 10-10. Joe Doring pinning Cody Deaner with the Revolution Bomb. So a 47, just continuing to get Joe Doring over. It's working so far. His performances are now just a wee bit weaker than Eric Young's, which is good. Considering the age of Doring, I felt it would be a little bit of a struggle It's probably one of the oldest guys I've gave a push to off the bat when they had no overness to start with. So I'm happy with that. But again, just making them look strong. They cut a promo after the matchup on Enzo and Big Kaz, and they basically just say Enzo's going to be out for a long time, and he's going to be in the hospital due to the injuries he suffered by Eric Young in that attack not last night, but a couple of nights ago. He basically says that's what happens when you mess with these two dangerous individuals and you try and run your mouth. Enzo's out the game. Kaz, if you want to join him, will more than happily ensure you get the bed next to them in hospital. So that's the 41. Eric Young looked good. We had Madman Fulton defeat James Storm in 11:58 by pinfall. This was a 48. A 51 performance from Storm and a 40 from Fulton. The reason for this is, after the matchup, just basically James Storm gets a wee bit kind of woozy, setting him up, and then kind of just like walks into Ace Austin, who takes a bit of an offence, and it leads to Ace Austin and Madman Fulton just completely beating James Storm down in oblivion. So more on that as it develops over the upcoming weeks. That's a 45. Rich Swann comes out to do guest commentary for the match between his friend Willie Mack and his opponent from a few nights ago, Moose. So that was a 49. And that matchup was decent as Moose defeated Willie Mack in 8:13 with the Game Breaker. So quite level in terms of performance here. A 49 play of 51. Moose with the victory in this 51 rated matchup. After the matchup though, out of nowhere, Pentagon comes down and decides to just floor Rich Swann, beating the crap out of him, and then he stands above him with the Impact World Championship. So straight off a loss last night, but wants to win the championship. Chaotic booking, but I hope you guys like what we're going to do with the World Championship, and that was a 45. Lead up to our main event with a promo from Eddie Edwards, and he cuts a wee promo just basically saying, it's interesting you've got all these guys threatening to become the Impact World Champion. I quite like the sound of that. I want to become Impact World Champion, so it's time for me to put a couple of wins together and get my name in the conversation. So a 47 promo for him, and his main event matchup was against Bryan Myers, and had good wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Eddie Edwards defeats Bryan Myers in 9:28 with the forward lung blower. 55, both guys with great chemistry together, and a 61 from Eddie plays Bryan's 44. So since Moose left him, it's all going downhill to Bryan Myers. Show itself increased our popularity in 34 regions, so as long as we continue to go over 50s, we're absolutely fine. I think most places were about the 41, 42 mark, so still plenty of time before we need to up our production in terms of music. So I'm happy with it. It's one of those episodes where it's the starting block for what we're going to build over the next couple of weeks. There's going to be a lot regarding the World Championship. We've obviously not even capitalised on the stuff with FTR and the Good Brothers, all that's to come in the next couple of tapings. But it's because you can't book the same people in 4 matches in 4 shows in one night. It's just absolutely destroys them, risks injury. So you have to filter in and out. We're going to book every episode. So we'll call it there. Cheers for watching, because it'll just take us into the next taping. So hopefully we put together a good card, and hope you're enjoying this journey, because it's going to be a long one. So take it easy, stay safe, good day and good night. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.